Hello, I'm on early, so just doing a little breathing and practicing. Can find some breath. Howdy ho. It's Friday. Friday. Alright, so let's see. I think while this first minute coming in, I want you to just think about the word rejection. That's my topic today. And maybe thinking about a place in your life where rejection has stopped you from moving forward. My shirt today says forward. Where has it stopped you from moving forward? So maybe think about a rejection in your life now, or maybe it's a reoccurring theme. And see if it's still there. See if what happens when, have you been rejected lately? What has it been about? Is it with work? Is it personal? Is it you? Is it somebody else? Is it a certain circumstance? And just kind of get in there right now in our first couple of minutes. See if anybody else comes on, and just, you know, find a place that you can either want to do some movement through today's breath work, or you want to be seated or lying down. That's up to you. But I want you to find that place, and it's usually in the physical body. It's usually in our pain body if we're still holding it somewhere. So that's why breath work, active breath work, is really, really valuable, so that you can move the energy. So all morning I have been doing virtual stuff and seated. So, and I was, my air conditioning is on. I was feeling a little cold inside. We're in between moons right now. We're in a new moon, which that's usually is when like the darker stuff can get pulled up, which is a good thing because you want it to come up. So it's not a bad thing when it's in a different phase of the moon. It's just learning like, oh, that's what's happening to me, or that's why I'm not sleeping. So I think I got a good sleep between 10 and 2, and then I was pretty much awake from that point on. And you can either fight it, reject it, or find assess the situation and see what is this all about. So pick a place, again, like I said, and I want you to, whatever your movement is going to be, mine's going to be practicing golf. I don't get to go golfing very often. And so I've set up my little thing in my yard. I still haven't mowed my yard because of I've been active with all these possums this week. So yeah, if you can't get to what you want to do, so I haven't been able to get to the driving range. I haven't been able to go on a golf course for a long time. So I could either cry about it and feel rejected about it, or I can come out here and practice. So let me just check in over here. Well, I'm so glad that y'all are here. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for showing up. So today's topic is rejection. So I want you to go pick out that place in your life where maybe you have, felt or feel rejected. That might be a reoccurring theme. I want you to find it in your physical body. We're going to breathe through movement, or you can breathe seated or lying down, okay? So just like anything, we need an inhale, we need an exhale. So I'm going to take my inhale up and my exhale down on my swing. I want you to go find your inhale, and I want you to find your exhale. So rejection. Have you been rejected from yourself? Were you ever rejected from your family? Were you ever rejected by a lover? Were you ever rejected by your spouse? Were you ever rejected by your siblings? Were you ever rejected by teachers, mentors, friends? Did I say job, career? Yeah, all of that. Strangers. Have you ever been rejected? Like, when you smile at somebody in the world and they don't smile back at you, and you're like, oh. So you can either take that in as a rejection, or, hey, that person might be something might be going on with them, right? So here we go. Find your inhale. Find your exhale. Ground. Inhale again. Exhale. Well, I would have gone a little sideways on that swing. So I used to not want to golf in front of people and do things in front of people because I felt like I would be laughed at or rejected, because that's what happened to me as a kid. I was laughed at and rejected, and as a teenager and as an adult. And hey, yesterday I was rejected. Didn't matter what it was about, but it happens, right? But it's what we do with it. So best thing to do is to get up, get your giddy up back on and start again. So get back up to your plate, get back up to that first inhale, and then ride the inhale to the exhale. So I want you to go find that trigger. I want you to go find that rejection, and I want you to get really real and raw with yourself and go big. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Go deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Go get it. Inhale. Exhale. So I was going to read you something as well about, so there are 5 steps to soothe pain when it comes around to heal from rejection. First step is to stop the bleeding. One of the most common reactions that people have to rejection is becoming self-critical. So right there, where can you, just hone in on that. So in order to stop something, you have to know where the leak is, you have to know where the bleed is. And it's usually with ourself, right? It's always usually with ourself. You can make a list of all of, what you would call your faults or shortcomings, or, things, any place, like the categories that we talked about. Was it family, romantic, teachers, any place that your self-esteem has been kicked. So yesterday I was talking about self-esteem. Today I'm talking about self-esteem through the layer of rejection. Number 2, revive your self-worth. The best way to restore confidence, motivation, and especially self-esteem after a bruising rejection is to use self-affirmation exercises. So self-affirmation exercises remind us of our skills and our abilities, and by, you know, affirming our value. So maybe think about making a list of some qualities that you have that are, you know, all of your values. Make that list with maybe a little brief something about what it's about. So, you know, are you a good writer? Are you a good singer? Are you a good musician? Are you good in business? You know, are you a great listener? Think about those kind of things. And then, you know, think about maybe an affirmation, you know, and it's always an I am, because we're made from the great I am. So it always is going to be I am valuable, I am abundant, I am worthy. Number 3, connect to those who appreciate and love you. Getting rejected also destabilizes our need to belong, which is why we often feel so unsettled and restless after a romantic or social or family engagement. Our needs to belong dates back to our days of living in small nomadic tribes, when being away from our tribe was always dangerous and sitting among them was a source of comfort. One way to settle ourselves after rejection is to reach out to our core group, be they friends, colleagues, or family members, to get emotional support from them. Remind ourselves that we are valued, loved, and wanted. So remember, on that place where you know, to know where to go, remember that they're still not your source. Your source is from the great I am in you. And then surrounding yourself around people who, I'm gonna have to use my chair and sit for a minute. Surrounding yourself around people who, or your workplace, or whatever the energy is that sustains you, right? That lifts you up. Number 4, assess potential changes. At times we might need to reassess our strategy, especially after multiple rejections, or thousands of rejections, or hundreds of rejections, or whatever. Perhaps the friends who fix us up with romantic prospects who you've never interested in aren't the best matchmakers. Maybe, okay, so this part was talking about like a love thing. So maybe, you know, reach out to, make sure you're, if you're online, you know, and you are looking for something, make sure that all your pictures are updated. If you are portraying yourself, you know, out to the world, make sure it's who you are now, not a year ago, not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago. So really update yourself, you know. For change to happen, you have to keep up. So keep up with, you know, maybe you have to go through and do a little cleansing of some of the people in your surrounding. And that can also help. Like if you keep surrounding the same people around you that are, you know, inflicting in you, you know, whether it's rejection or hurt or whatever it is, it might mean, you know, you might need to clean up some of that energy around you. They say the top 5 people that we surround ourselves with is who we are. So think about your 5 people, and of course include yourself. So maybe it'll be the 6, you know, of how are you speaking to yourself, and then how are those 5 people around you. So in the last several years, I've, you know, had to creators really pushed me to, you know, look at where was I leaking and who was I allowing in, because that has a big difference in how you feel. And then number 5 is try again soon. Another common reaction to rejection is to avoid any situation that might expose us to additional pain. We might not want to date for a while, or go on a job interview, or make new friends, or start another project, whether it be a writing project, golf. You know, if I went golfing with somebody that was laughing at me and you know, rejecting, like, oh, you know, you still are so new. Well, I just wouldn't golf with that person anymore. So I would be avoiding that situation for the highest good of me. So I'm not going to keep showing up for somebody to keep abusing me, right? And, you know, finding that balance of when we're not abusing ourselves, when I'm not abusing myself, then I'm not going to, and we aren't as a collective, we're not going to allow people to abuse us around us. Take a breath in that. Take a breath in that place where, you know, that place of that impulse where maybe you used to fight yourself, and then you wouldn't get up and try again. So, and try again soon. If you put it off too long, you know, that's where the excuses, it's like the layer cake can you know, start growing. So sometimes it's like, wow, I just need to do that email. I just need to make that phone call. I need to make that video. I need to write that blog. I need to write that book that I keep saying and people keep asking, whatever it is. But if you're not doing something, it's usually because that place that is still feeling rejected inside of yourself. Okay? And then, let's see, rejection is a form of psychological injury, one that can and should be treated. The next time you're feeling hurt after a rejection, take action, treat your emotional wounds, and heal. So whether that be healing and finding space through breathwork, movement, somebody to talk to, maybe even taking professional help of somebody, you might need somebody to talk to, a safe person, but really get raw and real with yourself. And right now, whether your eyes are closed or awake, or you're, you know, have a pin next to you or not, I want you to, you know, be thinking about what are some of those places that you can start today in that maybe you've rejected yourself. So take some breaths again. Inhale that it's safe to start over. Inhale that it's safe to go in there and collect your wounds. Inhale that it's safe to go in there and see what part you can move with love. So taking an inhale of love, exhaling into love, inhaling back into the I ams of you. I am love. Inhale, exhale. So I didn't do that one very good. Well, so I keep going. I get up and do it again. Inhale. Safe to try again. Exhale. And see, that was probably my best one. Right when I said that it's safe to try again. So taking that breath with yourself, that it's safe to try again, whatever it is. Doesn't mean, hey, and by the way, you might go put yourself back out there and do some risk taking, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get what you're wanting back. So then that might come up with another rejection. And then what are you going to do there? Okay, so maybe if somebody doesn't respond to that call or that email or that message, or that boss doesn't hire you, or that mate of yours, you know, didn't respond the way that you wanted. Just because you got up and tried again doesn't mean you're going to still get the result that you want. Because remember, the result is always what spirit is wanting. So again, when that happens, because it will, get up and try again. And it might not, I'm not saying get up and go in the same direction. That was that place in one of those 5 steps to assess it, change it a little bit. And remember, it always goes back to yourself. So let's give ourselves another inhale of love, that you are safe. I am safe. Exhale. And again, probably one of my second best ones. So. Happy Friday. We're a minute over. Happy Friday. Friday. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend. Remember that you are valuable. Write your values down. Go in there and conquer yourself with love. Take a breath right now. Inhale that you are amazing because you are made by Creator. Every breath, every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Choose you. Choose the I am in you. So thanks for coming today. Little announcements. Remember, I have classes weekly on my schedule for breathwork. And a bonus this month is I'm adding in, I believe I said it yesterday, but I didn't say all the details. I'm adding in my first live one back since, January, February. February, I guess. And so we're going live. I will have the details out on social media later on today or tomorrow. But know that it is on Halloween costume. You must wear a mask for the whole class because a lot of, again, the COVID stuff in the air, in the breath. So I am requiring that you wear a mask. So make sure your mask is very breathable and that you're comfortable in it. There's enough space for 20 people. We are doing social distancing, and it's going to be at Lucky Cat Yoga here in Tampa, Florida. So you'll also be able to go on virtually as well. And you, again, I'll have the link for Lucky Cat Yoga because you'll sign up for that class through them. So that is on Halloween, and it's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Florida. So I look forward to being back live. I will be having 1 to 2 lives a month, and I'll let you know everything. So keep moving forward today, keep choosing, and do a little risk taking in a great way towards yourself today. Okay? Love y'all. Thank you.